September 11th, 2023. On the Las Vegas Strip, the machines go quiet. Digital keys fail. Check-in lines freeze. Guests hold paper where screens used to rule. MGM Resorts is still open for business. Its network is not. About $100 million of September earnings pressure will follow. How does a phone call to a help desk stop a casino empire? Tonight's corporate breach case is the MGM Cyberattack, social engineering, identity resets, and a strip-wide ops freeze that turned luxury properties analog overnight. Figures from company filings and public reporting. Full links in the description. We cite counts. We don't invent them. MGM is not a website outage story. It is hotels, casinos, and cash flow on the floor. When IT dies, slots stall. Room doors argue with plastic cards. Booking apps go dark. Parking gates and ATMs sulk. The physical strip feels a digital failure in real time. MGM Resorts runs some of the most watched properties in American hospitality. Bellagio, Arias, a machine that sells rooms, games, and trust at scale. That trust sat on identity systems, who you are, what you can reset, who the help desk believes on the phone. Luxury brand, fragile door. Guests reported the chaos first. Hours to check in. Key cards dead. ATMs sulking. Slot floors going manual or dark. Staff improvising with clipboards and cash. Handwritten notes where databases used to live. A luxury brand suddenly analog. MGM said it detected a cybersecurity issue and took systems offline to contain it. That choice matters. Shutting the network can stop a burn. It also stops the business that lived on that network. Survival first. Revenue second. Guests still needed beds. The company still needed a floor that worked without its usual screens. People expect a zero-day myth. A Hollywood exploit. The opening move here was older and colder. Social engineering. Voice. Confidence. A help desk trained to help talked into resetting the wrong door. Not magic malware at the perimeter. A process that trusted a story. Here is the first turn. The breach did not begin by breaking cryptography. It began by breaking a process, convincing humans that a stranger on the phone was a privileged insider. Hold that. The desk is the door. Reporting described a familiar scattered spider pattern. Find an employee in public profiles. Collect enough detail to sound real. Title, team, the little facts LinkedIn leaves in the open. Then call IT support and ask for an MFA reset like a locked-out colleague. Open source intel. Closed door access. Plain English first. Think of multi-factor as a second lock on the door. It only works if strangers cannot talk the building into swapping the lock. If a help desk can wipe your second factor after a convincing story, the attacker does not need your phone. They need your help desk script. MFA becomes theater the moment the desk says yes. Walk the path. Public profile. Help desk call. Privileged MFA reset. Foothold inside identity. Lateral movement across systems that keep hotels alive. Then ransomware pressure and a company forced to pull plugs across properties. One process failure. Strip-sized blast radius. Okta later confirmed MGM was among customers hit in a social engineering campaign against IT service desks. The same pattern Okta had warned about in August. Callers pushed desks to reset MFA for highly privileged users. Identity vendors. Customer help desks. Shared risk. The warning existed in public. The September outage arrived anyway. Contemporary reporting circulated a chilling detail. The help desk social engineering could take on the order of 10 minutes. Treat that as reported color, not a stopwatch from MGM's filing. The point stands either way. Speed beats ceremony. Privilege resets should not feel like ordinary password help. Researchers and leak site claims tied the intrusion to scattered spider activity and ALPHV, Black Cat, ransomware pressure. Hypervisor-level damage was widely discussed in security reporting. MGM's public line stayed operational. Detect, contain, restore over the following days. The floor still felt the outage. Guests did not need a malware name to stand in a dead line. Second turn. Across the strip, another giant Caesars faced its own cyber nightmare in the same season. Reporting said Caesars paid. MGM's filing language was about impact and insurance, not a victory lap for paying. Two choices. Two scars. Keep them separate. Scattered Spider told TechCrunch it had no involvement in the Caesars incident. Reuters and others still mapped the same social engineering generation hitting casino giants. Press widely reported Caesars paying on the order of 15 million. Same era. Different case files. Do not merge them into one plot. MGM's disclosure said its response helped prevent access to customer bank account numbers and payment card information. That is not the same as saying guests felt nothing. Ops died. Rooms stalled. Apps failed. Cards in that filing sense did not become the headline pile. Containment hurt. It also drew a line. Human stakes lived at the desk. Workers stretched across handwritten workarounds. Guests stranded in lines after flights and long weekends. A CEO apology later thanked employees who carried the floor while systems limped back. Cyber is never only servers. It is shifts and tempers and trust, and a brand that suddenly looks handmade. The filing tied September occupancy pressure to the disruption, about 88% versus 93% a year earlier, mainly through broken booking channels. Filing context. Hard lesson. When apps die, rooms go empty. The strip does not wait politely for IT to finish a restore. Then the number that sticks. MGM estimated roughly $100 million of negative impact to adjusted property EBITDAR for September across Las Vegas Strip and regional ops. Under 10 million more in one-time consulting and legal. Cyber insurance, the company said, should cover much of the hit. That is the company's own range, not a rumor mill. Attribution stays attributed. Okta researchers and press linked scattered spider-style social engineering. LPHV claimed pieces in the ransomware theater. Reporting said MGM did not pay a ransom. Treat that as press framing, not a courtroom verdict in this VO. We do not need invented drama. We need the mechanism that actually scaled. Help desk trust. Third turn. If your strongest control can be reset by a polite stranger with a LinkedIn page, you do not have multi-factor authentication. You have multi-factor theater until the desk says yes. The lock was never the weak point. The reset policy was stack the receipts. A help desk call path. Days of strip disruption. About 100 million in September EBITDAR impact. Under 10 million in one-time response costs. Occupancy pressure on the books. Insurance expected to blunt the blow. Cost of failure measured in lines, keys, and a filing. Cleanup is blunt. Harden help desk identity proof, not vibes on a call. Prefer phishing-resistant factors that desks cannot casually rewrite. Limit who counts as privileged. Monitor impossible resets and unusual MFA wipe requests. Practice pulling the plug without improvising the entire hotel on paper. Treat August warnings as action items, not blog decoration. And separate casino headlines, one strip season is not one intrusion. Open questions remain. How many help desks still reset Paradise over the phone? How many boards still confuse MFA enrollment with MFA immunity? Did the August advisory change scripts in time, or only after dark slots? MGM answered with dark floors and a 9-figure filing line. Which corporate failure should we open the file on next? Comment below. This was corporate breach. Sources include MGM's disclosures and 8K framing, Okta's public warnings, Reuters, TechCrunch, TechTarget, Forbes, and Cybersecurity Dive. Full links in the description.